Greetings everybody and welcome back to Building with Fret. Hopefully it's going well for you today. And just enjoying a nice little walk out here, collecting some wool. Got to keep collecting more and more wool if we can. Lots of animals around here. Really enjoying my lovely house there. And settling in nicely. Lots and lots of wool. Perfect. We're gonna need this for more builds coming up here. Ooh, three again. Very nice. 3 again. 1 and 3 again. Wow. Very, very nice. All right. Wait. What the? Okay, let's get away from that tree. What's going on? I think we're experiencing some kind of earthquake. What could that mean? Look at the sun. I can't tell what's going on. I feel like I'm speeding up. What was that? Oh my goodness. I think I passed out for a while. What happened? Was I dreaming or was that real? I don't remember. Things feel different now. I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a moment and think about this. Oof. I feel kind of nauseous. I feel like, I don't know, something feels different. I remember now. There was an earthquake. I remember the ground shaking and the sun starting to go fast. And then I passed out. And while I was passed out, I dreamed. I dreamed of things that I had never thought before, but now make so much sense. If I was to put together some iron ingots, just like this, it's real. It's actually real. And like this. It's real. Did time move forward? Have I discovered new things? I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but I think time moved forward. And the world is just that little bit different. There's just that little bit more in it. But I saw more things too. Things that aren't around here. Things we will need to go out and discover. Maybe there will be some way in the future I could harness that power and control it so that I can control when we move forward. Alrighty, so I think I've figured out what happened,
it looks like we have moved forward in time and we have some new features available. As we saw before, we can do minecarts and rails. But also, this is a new feature. This is a new revolution here. Looks a little weird at the moment, but let me show you what these in fact are. We have stairs now, so I'm going to go ahead and update the staircase to be an actual staircase now. Okay. Very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Pick this up. We've got another staircase, of course, up there that we want to update. And while I do this... Ooh, okay. Was not expecting that. I think this will update if I put something behind it. Yes, it will. So I might have to do something like that for now. I don't think I did that down here, did I? Nope. I don't know what that's about. Maybe because it prioritized having a block there. That's how it assumed that that was the right way to go. Not sure. So let me tell you the plan then for today's episode with Building with Fret. We are going to be doing a couple of things because we need a few resources for upcoming projects. The first is going to be to build a mob farm because I want supplies from the hostile mob farm in order to speed up resource collection. Primarily from that we're going to want sulfur, but also the arrows will be nice, and the string is also nice as well. So lots of useful things from that. So we're going to talk a little bit about how I'm going to do that, and I will show you the design that I'm going to use. And also I want to go out and explore some new territory in search of mossy cobblestone. We will have to go caving for that. And hopefully we find some that we could use to improve our builds moving forward. And for now, that is going to be the plan for today's episode. We'll update the house a little bit too, just like we've done this. Looking very, very good so far. I did want to briefly talk about episode 1. Thank you to everyone for the wonderful response on episode 1. Feeling pretty good about it. I'm liking this house. And I did want to address some of the things with the video itself. I am aware and noticed the artifacting that affected episode 1. I believe I've fixed that now, so that should be a non-issue moving forwards. I have also uploaded episode 1 again, which corrects the artifacting, and I will list it as an unlisted video for now. Eventually, I will change that over to be the actual episode 1 without the artifacting. But I have fixed that now. It was to do with what I was exporting it as from DaVinci Resolve, and I have been able to fix that now. So hopefully no more of that artifacting nonsense as we move forward. Just good, clean video. Hello, piggy. I'm gonna go get these sheep. So I'm gonna head over to the site for the mob farm, and we'll talk a little bit about how I'm gonna put that together. So I have wandered over the mountains here. The starter house is over the mountains that direction, and I have come to the 0 point in my world. That's what we're going to be doing here as far as the mob farm is concerned. We're going to be taking advantage of a little trick that I have seen. And that trick was, I guess, discovered or took advantage of by Bucky Russ Mars, or Bucky Russ, who put together a mob farm design. And we're going to be taking advantage of that here. So these 4 blocks are -0 and 0. That's what these 4 are. And I've marked that, and then I've also put a marker over here as well. This is 15. And what we're going to have to do, I'm going to clear the trees out here, is we're going to have to dig all the way down to the bedrock and excavate this entire chunk. Which is going to take, you know, no time at all. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is get the mob farm started. And then after that, we'll be able to start and collect some resources. And then with that, we should be able to complete the rest of it with TNT. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this border up here. And then I'm going to start digging and clearing a space for this mob farm. And we'll see how it all fits together, alright? Okay, so I have been very busy digging here. I started by digging this 17 by 17 room, which is the same as the grid we marked out, the square we marked out on the surface. I dug all the way down to the bedrock. This is Y level 5, and dug out a 17 by 17 square. This is kind of a crawl space, a base area that we can use. I've got my storage and furnaces and things in here for now. And then I came up a few blocks. I came up originally to this level right here. So that would be 2 blocks up from this. It is Y10 in the middle. And I cleared out a space originally that was 5 blocks tall, and it was that 17 by 17 again. And then after that, I put down this cobble. You have to find the center point, which is right here for me. And you put down 6 cobble, or whatever block you want, facing away from the center point. This is to start and build the channel system. And then what you'll have at the end of this is a 3 and a 4 block gap between each one. Then what I did was I added these sections here, which again are part of the channel system. So you go out 5 blocks up to this point, and you make 5 by 5 squares with a 1 block gap in between. Except for the middle, of course. Then what I had to do was I dug 3 more blocks out in each direction, but I didn't go the full height this time. We only went 3 blocks from the top of this. So 3 blocks, so a 3 by 3 tunnel all the way around the edge. I left these spaces open here. This is where the mobs are going to fall down. This little shape here, this 3, 3, and 1 shape is for the water that pushes the mobs. We're going to be pushing them into a lava blade. We do that on all 4 sides. And then what I did was I added this upside down T shape to the last block. So it's only 4 now in the middle pieces. This is where our lava is going to be placed behind. And then with that, I think we are completely up to speed. That's how I've designed this. So the water is going to be placed here, and it's going to flow to here, and then water again. This will all flow to the middle. The items will fall down here in the middle. And then we've got the lava here, which is going to be spreading out each direction, which the mobs will get pushed into. I have some glass, so we can kind of see how all of this works. And that's the first thing we're going to do here, is we're going to start connecting up the glass pieces. I'm going to show you how to do one of these lava blades to start with. So the glass, we don't necessarily need a glass there. Kind of wasted one. We're going to connect around here. We're going to leave just a gap, I guess, right there so that we can get in and out. Not too close to where the lava is. We'll fill all of that in. Now we're going to use our ladders. This is how we stop the water and the lava colliding. We put ladders on this. We can do that on both sides. We'll do it on this side as well. And then what we do is we take our 3 buckets of lava that I've collected and we pop them down just like this. Now they will spread, and they will spread on top of the fences here. Got a little bit of spillage over there. It's because I don't have the glass here. That's why this has happened. I can fill this in. Just like that. And I've got some gravel here to make this decay away. Yeah, just like that. Pick this up. And then as for the water, this is very, very simple. For the water, all we've got to do... And by the way, I advise making an infinite spring nearby because you're going to need a lot of water. All we have to do for that is put our little shape in the corner. And you put 1 water bucket down. And this covers you. This is all you need. You put the ladders again there. That's how this works. What I can do now is I can show you. If I put a water source tile there, you can see this is where the collection stream will go. And if I get another bucket of water from down here, we can go into the middle from this side. Just like that. Now what will happen here is after I've placed all 4 in, it will turn this into a dead zone in the middle, and the items will fall through. Now, what we've got left to do here is build a canal connection system. We don't want to just stand right at the bottom of this to collect the items. You could do that, but it means that you'd be too close to the bottom few floors for spawning, so we're going to send these items a little bit away, but that's very easy to set up. I will show you how to do that when we get to it, and then it'll be a case of just adding the spawn-in floors, really. But I did just want to show you how we actually design this trap for it to be efficient, and how to put the water and the lava together. You're going to need at least 12 buckets of lava. For some reason that didn't spread, which is interesting. Yeah, you're going to need 12 buckets of lava, and for down here, you're going to need 12 buckets of water for down here. You might hear that little hissing noise, that's completely okay. Nothing to worry about. And that's how you do it. And this is what it looks like when it's all been completed. I have removed that ladder that was in the corner we first dug down now, and I've just added a little staircase along one of the sides to go back into the basement here, and the other ladder, the new ladder, is over there for now to get back up to the surface. And I've just filled in all the sides with glass. Take that down, I guess. But it's the same design on all 4 sides. The next thing to do here will be to add the spawning pads themselves, which is going to be up above this. So I'm going to get to work on digging those out, and then I will show you how the spawning pad works. Okay, so I've carved out the very first pad here. And the way that I did that was I moved the ladder, like I mentioned before. And what I did is I moved the ladder behind where the existing one was. This is where the old ladder was. If I remove this dirt here, you can see the 2x1 I dug down. And I moved this 5 blocks back, and then I built the ladder up again in the same location. This will make it easier for digging the pads because you know that when you get to the right Y level, you just have to dig straight forward and you're going to be directly above the trap below. So I came up from my basement at Y5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blocks from the basement there. And we came in here. I bumped into this. If I open this up, you can see it's right here still. I just filled it in for now. And then I dug my 17 by 17 room again, 3 tall. And then what I did was I added these sections. Some iron there. We'll snag that. There we go. And in the middle of the 17 by 17 pad, you want to leave 3 blocks of stone. And then you should have channels that you can dig, which are 8 blocks in length from either side. And what that will then give us is the channels the mobs will fall into to go then down into that below. Which is pretty cool. These only need to be 2 high relative to the pad, but you do have to dig these trenches, so it's still 3 high in effect, just 1 block lower. I'm cooking up some smooth stone just to tidy up the room a little bit here, but I figured while we wait, what we can do is we can start putting in the water. I've added these 3 dirt here just so that I don't fall down into the trap. I'd recommend making an infinite spring on whatever level you're on, because you're going to need a lot of water to do all of this. That's what I've done here, but maybe do it with something like gravel or sand or dirt, so you don't have to waste your pickaxe on the cobble over and over again. Now, yeah, for this, do this as well. And basically, this block here is the floor for the next pad. And this is going to be where your trenches are on the next pad. So, it's very compact. You can fit a lot of layers in, and you have to build that all the way up to the world height if you want max efficiency. That's a big task. That's not something I'm going to do by hand. I'm going to do most of it with TNT that we get from the first few layers here of this. So, as you can see, that's all the water in. You only have to place 1 water on each outside edge. The middle will automatically fill in. So all I'm short now is just some smooth stone to tidy this up, and that will be this pad done. And there we go. I can break those. That is this floor, this pad completed. We'll take the infinite spring out. Then all we've got to do is take the torches out, make it dark. Go here, break this dirt so that mobs can fall down. Just going to seal it up with dirt for now. And that's the first pad completed. Okay, so I am back a few days later now, actually, IRL days. The last time I left you was we had worked on this first pad here. I've gone ahead and added a couple more now, 4 more. 3 or 4. I think it's 4 pads total, 3 more actually. And I have spent a lot of time AFK here. And I have found, we've got quite a bit of gunpowder. Not as much as I was hoping, but quite a bit. As you can see, this was the results when I had the 1 pad. This was, I think, the result of 2 or 3 pads. And this was the result of 4 pads. And then maybe this was 5. I'm not sure. But each one was a day. I separated it out. And as you can see, we were getting more here. I've begun to lose track of it, to be honest. But we do have enough resources now to make a stack of TNT. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure I did more. 4. Yeah, I guess what happened here was, yeah, that first one was 1 pad, then the next one was 2, then it was 3, then it was 4. I think is how it works. I also made a few changes, very small changes, but changes nonetheless, to the kill trap room. I want to share with you if you are building this in your own alpha world. And I added glass here above the lava blade. It just helps them not climb up into the lava and the items get destroyed. I've done that, and I was also missing 1 water channel, which I also corrected. Just wanted to let you know. Now, here's the problem with this farm right now, and why it will work better in the future. I might be able to show you. I'm just going to try and not get myself killed in the process. If I open this into one of the floors... yes, that's the problem here. We'll let that skeleton disappear. Creepers are not really what I want to demo it with. Do you see the mobs there in the distance? Unless they path on to me... You see that skeleton over there? Ow. See that skeleton over there and that creeper? They don't walk into the streams. They just sort of walk around wherever. If they see me, they will path on to me and then walk into the water. But as it stands at the moment, their AI makes it so that they just wander around on the platforms aimlessly unless another mob pushes them off. So, that is a problem. When their AI gets updated, then we will be able to get the full efficiency from this, because they'll just not care anymore and path off into water. We need to get a few items, though, from this. Anyway, I just wanted to share those things with you. What we're going to go ahead and do now is make a stack of TNT and go blow it up, because that sounds like a fun idea to me. So for a stack of TNT, you need 5 stacks of the gunpowder. Put that away. And we've got that here. I have a little bit extra as well. I might save that for later. We're just going to do the stack for now. I believe the recipe goes like this. Yes, it does. Awesome. Okay, so we got a stack of TNT now, and we're going to use all of it. I have made a 4x4 cube up here that we can fill in with TNT, and I'm going to detonate it and see what happens. Now, I have not tested this, so if it goes wrong, then it's on me, I suppose. Okay, now I am going to punch this, and then I'm going to run, I think, back to the ladder, and I should be safe. Oh man, here we go. Fingers crossed I don't die. Well, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. That didn't do all that much. I mean, I guess it did a fair bit. We should go light it up before we start getting monsters in here. Well, that was fun. I think the room's about big enough. I would obviously have to put a floor back in it again, but I might be able to take advantage of this somehow to make a couple of floors. I'm not totally sure yet. That was not bad. So I'll probably add a few floors with this, and see how it goes. So I have come out to the new terrain now, and I'm in a cave system here. I thought we could take a look, see if we could find our first mossy cobblestone. And if anything interesting happens, I will share it with you.
Okay, I want to build like a way down here to get into this room. It does have the little model. Now we get the light down on it. It's a pretty small room. Yeah, this dungeon's connected to nothing. Let's get it shut down. It's, like, this is a cave here, kind of, where the gravels collapse, but that's it. What's our first loot? We get some bread, string, a bucket, 3 iron ingots, and a saddle. That's the only chest in here. Let's see. Let's stack this up. I don't really want the string. Is there anything I can leave in here? I probably don't need all this cobble, really. The bucket's kind of nice, even though I have plenty of iron. So I'm obviously going to take the mossy cobble. Do I want a skeleton spawner for anything? Not really. Not here. I mean, it's miles away from anything of any practical use. So, now that we've found our first dungeon here, we can do something very unique with this. And that's this. Bam. We now have a monster spawner. Oh yes. We can bring that back with us to the base, and at the base I will show you why we would want this. But first, I'm going to collect this mossy cobblestone for building purposes, at last. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. I can't tell what mob it is. Oh, I bet it's zombies. I bet you any money it's zombies. Yeah, it is. I don't really need a zombie spawner here either. I'm not going to have any kind of forward base for that reason. And a double chest. That's kind of a rare thing. You don't see that very often. Iron, bread, lots of buckets, a little bit of gunpowder, some string. We have 4 buckets in this, and some bread again. And obviously we get the mossy cobble as a result of that. Perfect. I'm going to take this one with me as well, so I have more than one. I have no use for that, so... I don't need the feathers, really. I'd love to take all these buckets, but... Alright. I'm gonna need another pick here soon.
Hopefully we will find more as we cave more in new areas and things. Okay, so I am back from my expedition for finding moss stone and finding a monster spawner. Here's the moss stone I was able to collect. I've got a stack and 16 that we can use in our builds. We will find more as time goes. Here's another update on how the mob trap is doing. I've added a couple of extra floors to it now. Got another 5 stacks of gunpowder there. A bunch of feathers that I don't really know what to do with. And a lot of arrows, a little bit of string. It's going pretty good. I would say it's probably about a third complete in terms of all the floors it needs. Just finished cooking up all this iron here as well. This is going to come in very, very handy from my caving there. We got 4 stacks of iron now. I did find 2 diamonds as well, so we're going to have 6 diamonds here, in addition to the 7 I have at the main base, at the house there. There's all the iron I have. We can cook this up as well. And another stack. That is going to come in very handy for minecarts, which is one of the next things I'd like to do. I'd like to build a minecart track from the mob farm here back to the house in the main part of the valley, just to kind of cut down on travel time going over the mountains. I also found my first saddle, which I think is very cool. We'll keep that as a cool item. Here's something interesting that I discovered. If you mine up a furnace while it has some fuel left in the slot there, as if it was going to smelt something, but you don't have an item actually cooking, and you mine it, you get a furnace here that will burn forever. It's kind of a unique item. That's very cool. I'm going to keep that as like a special item for a project I have in mind moving forward. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is go back to the house. I put the mob spawners over there. The reason I wanted to mine those up is twofold, really. Firstly, we can turn one of those into a very powerful food farm for ourselves. Whenever you mine up a monster spawner in Infdev here, and you collect it, and you put it back down again, it will only spawn pigs. But pigs are very useful for us because it's our supply of food. So we'll be able to make a very cool food farm out of that. And the reason I wanted the other monster spawner was, again, for that project that I have in mind, the same reason I want the furnace that burns forever, and several other unique items that I've come across. And we'll talk more about that probably in the next episode, actually. That's going to be my next focus, is actually getting that particular project started. Looks like it's becoming nighttime again. I thought we'd come back over to the house. I haven't really made too many changes to it just yet, other than putting the stairs in at the beginning that you saw. We've still got plenty to work on here. I didn't quite realize just how intensive the mob farm was going to be. It's taken me quite a bit of time to get to the point that I'm at now, and there's still a lot more to do on that. But I will definitely add more to that mob farm as we go. But I do kind of want to wrap up this particular episode and release it for you. And we can always add more to the mob farm in the episodes coming up here. But that was fun. I am very pleased with the results of the mob trap. Going caving was a lot of fun, and finding our first dungeons was awesome. We've got some unique items from that. We will definitely be building with mossy cobblestone coming up here. I realized this particular episode was a little bit light on the building nice things. This was more building a mob farm. But having access to all that gunpowder is going to speed things up for me considerably in terms of gathering resources, so we can build nice, cool things moving forwards. Most likely starting next episode. hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. And here's my monster spawners. We'll talk about those more next time. I'm going to put my unique items in here with that. But yes, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. I will be back in the next one with some more building, alright? Take care. Thanks for watching, as always.